Hi, welcome to Mama Jasmine's Food Journey. Now, if this is your first time to the channel, I want to say welcome. If this is not your first time to the channel, I want to say welcome back. Since this may be your first time, you're going to go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button down below so you can be a part of the team and get notifications anytime I upload a new video. Now, for today is a comfort food staple. I feel like every kid has had one in their lives. If it's maybe not your favorite, I want to say 90% of the population it is. It's going to be a chocolate chip cookie. Now, for this chocolate chip cookie recipe, I've combined a bunch of recipes that I've learned over the years, including when I was in culinary school. So there's techniques and methods to get that perfect chocolate chip cookie for a bad day that you're having. You whip a couple up and then it's going to turn it upside down. So we're going to go ahead and get started on the video. For this recipe, it's going to be pretty simplistic. Vanilla, butter, salt, baking soda, egg, flour, granulated sugar, powdered sugar, and chocolate chips of your choice. I chose vegan chocolate chips because they're super huge and delicious. Now into the flour, I put the salt and the baking soda. So then we're combining all the dry ingredients first together, and we're going to go ahead and whisk them around with either a whisk or a fork. From there, you're going to add in the brown sugar and then the granulated sugar and get them all creamed together with the butter. After you whisk those ingredients together, you're going to go ahead and put all the dry ingredients to the side, and we're going to go ahead and get started on all the wet ingredients. From the wet ingredients, you're going to go ahead and take the butter. You saw the struggle, right? Now, I choose to do softened butter over melted butter, but you can also do melted butter if you choose. I like to do softened butter because it'll take quicker to firm up in the freezer or fridge, whatever you decide to do. Whoop, look, my husband's foot. You're getting closer to seeing my husband. First you saw his hand in the last video, and now you're seeing his foot. We're gonna go ahead and cream together the butter. And I brought all the ingredients closer to me because ain't nobody got time to lean across a bowl and be crazy and inefficient. After you've gotten it nice and combined together, you're gonna go ahead and add in the vanilla and the egg. So I know my mom is going to be very upset with me because she does a certain method where she cracks the egg into a smaller bowl before putting it in, just in case you have any bloody eggs or eggs and shells. Sorry, Mom. Now you're going to go ahead and take the dry ingredients and you're going to put them in thirds into the pan. And that's to decrease the amount of flour that's going to fly back up at you. Now, after you scrape down the sides of the bowls and ensure that every bit of product has been incorporated into the dough, you're going to go ahead and gently fold in the chocolate chips. Now, like I said, these chocolate chips are massive, but really delicious. And you're going to definitely have enough chocolate to cookie ratio. And now that we've gotten all that incorporated and keeping folding and folding and folding, making sure that they're evenly spread throughout the batter, we're gonna go ahead and get this into the fridge or freezer, depending on how much time you got. I preferred to do this a couple hours in the fridge to get it nice and refirmed. So when you're baking it, the butter has a chance to do its little magic and slowly spread. The first time I made this batch of cookies, I didn't, and I was impatient, and the cookies spread like pancakes. It was not visually appealing, but they were still delicious. Now, after a couple hours of cooling, you can see that the dough is nice and hard. We're gonna go ahead and break off a section of dough. I use my fingers to measure out how big I want the cookies. So taking your middle finger to your thumb, you measure out and flatten the disc. And the disc should be the same width as the width of your fingers. I just kind of use that so that I'm consistent every time I make cookies. And I shape them into almost discs, so when they're baking, they can bake nice and round because I don't have a scoop. After you have the amount of cookies that you want to bake today, I decided to only do 3. You go ahead and put it in the oven for 375 for 9 to 11 minutes or until they're golden. And you let them sit and cool. So you can choose to do them to the 11 minutes. I personally normally like to do them to the 9 and then let them finish baking, but this time I did them to 11 because I wanted a little bit of a crispier cookie this time of baking. Once they're done cooling, take them off the cookie sheet with as much effort as you need to release them from the pan and plate them up. And I realized this plate was way too big for what I wanted, and I ain't trying to wash a big plate. So, ta-da! Smaller plate and a nice cold glass of icy milk to go with the cookies. Now, of course, you know your girl couldn't resist. I tried the cookies. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you hit like and subscribe down below and let me know what recipe you would like to see me do next. Until next time. Thank you for stopping by and watching this video. If you haven't seen the previous video, go ahead and click on the box next to me. If you haven't already subscribed and this is your first time to the channel, the little logo down there, you go ahead and click on that and you're a part of the team. Now, see you in the next video. Bye!